Susie is saying in prison, SWAT came to torture us. Susie, if you have 2 minutes, I beg you to come here. If you feel that you can talk without the camera, I'm going to allow you to speak without the camera. You can open the camera. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Susie, welcome to Voice TV. Tunakusikia vizuri sana.
So ilikuwa hivi on 24th nilikuwa Ras Al Khaimah, place inaitwa Concord. We were working normal, and then ilikuwa kitu kama saa 5. All of a sudden tukasikia siren chini. Well, God. Tulipofungua like the curtains. Tulipofungua curtains, SWAT was all over the place. Jesus. So they took like 2 hours down there. Wakajaza police because we were like 880 people inside the building.
Jesus.
That is Ras Al Khaimah, Concord, 6 building. So some people started
800 plus
panicking.
people in the building.
880. Kenyans, Nigeria, Ghana, Sudan, Chinese. We were very many, almost all nationalities, Uganda, Pakistan, Bangladeshi. 880 people. So they carried us from there. Before hapo, wakaanza kuingia floor by floor. Out of fear, some people started jumping from the balconies. Wengine wakaingia kwa hizi, how do you call this? Kitu ya choo, where you throw garbage from. Wengine wakakuwa wanatumia hiyo. Yeah, it was that bad. Mungu nipe neema. Some of them wakaingia kwa, when ukiwa kwa choo kuna ile space ndogo like a window, they opened that, wakaingia hapo kujificha. So as SWAT was coming in, wakikuja, they will beat you up, they don't care. In fact, madam tulikuwa, most of us tuna survive, but for the boys it was worse. They beat those men. Mpaka leo bado mi usikia hizo sauti za vijana wakilia. They beat them mercilessly. In fact, kuna mmoja alikuwa anaitwa Muhammad. I can never forget that boy's name. Alikuwa SWAT. And I thank God he opened his ear mask. I saw him. That guy was so merciless on those boys. When they came, sisi sote, people were just inside rooms. Wengine tuko nje, tumepiga magoti. Harmlessly, we are lifting our hands up. We surrender.
Yeah.
So I think that surrendering, they didn't like it evil. Walikuwa wanataka maybe to react, we start fighting and all that. We panic.
Yeah.
But all of us were so composed. Before I know that, Muhammad guys started hitting guys, teasers, everybody anapigwa teaser. Tunashanga, what is happening? Then walichapwa, tulichapwa yenyewe, si mchezo. The place was so bad. So wakaanza kutupeleka outside. Kuanzia saa 5, wakatupeleka, ikifika saa 7 ya usiku tukapelekwa immigration. Ras Al Khaimah immigration, behind Concord's building. Kuko na immigration. It's not far, it's like 10 to 15 minutes drive. So when we got to the immigration, boys were handcuffed, some of us were handcuffed. Ikafika point hata hizo vitu za kutufunga mikono zimeisha, so wengine tunaachiliwa. Story, let me remind you something. Tukiwa kwa building, I could see them, wanaingia, wamefunga vijana mikono, wanaingia, wanachukua pesa zao, stealing from them, their money, they would drop it down, and some of them took our phones, put them inside their personal pockets. Police, SWAT are doing that. Dubai government. I will speak this with no contradiction of any fear.
Wow.
They did that, and if you want kesho naeza, we have a group, naeza bring up everybody, they will speak what happened that night.
Yeah,
I've
come
sent so
tomorrow.
many people to
For
you.
the sake of, because, but there's, Susie, it's going to be perfect because tomorrow I'm going to be having Tony's family here, okay?
Yeah.
So we can, that would be really great for them even to understand, to have an idea of what happened to Tony to Tony that night.
So we were so many. You see, Tony, I worked with him before in my previous company, before we started separating. Our companies separated. So wakaenda, I think Ajman, so we stayed in Concord. No, in Ras Al Khaimah.
Got you.
I'm talking about our raids. What happened to us is what happened to them too. So when they took us to immigration, they would steal from the boys in the building before we left. They would steal from the boys. Walikuwa wanachukua pesa zao, simu wanaeka kwa mifuko yao personal. Tulipofika immigration, we the girls now, sisi madema tukuwa tumetishwa simu, tukachukuliwa simu zetu zikaekwa huko. So wakaanza kutusplit.
Someone is saying I was in Ajman. Wait, I just some of this Brenda, ulikuwa kwa hiyo group ya Tony? And Susie, thank you very much for coming up here and talking about this.
So when we got to prison, so we were separated in different groups. Some of us were sent in Abu Dhabi. Like me, I was sent in Ras Al Khaimah. It almost to the desert. I have the prison's name here in my phone somewhere. So tulipofika that night, they received us. Tukaingizwa huko ndani. Usiku around 12. Mungu nipe neema. Around 12, we were sleeping. They opened the prison door. Then one guy said, "Who is bringing problem here?" Then they put on the lights. We said, "We don't know. We didn't cause any problem." So they start calling us one by one. They took us one by one to a torture room where they beat us. Wakachukua hizi teaser. Mimi nikikuonyesha mwili yangu, I have the marks on my body of teaser. They will tease us. Akiona uli anakuwekea kwa nipple. Akiona uli sana anaeka kwa huku mbele kwa sehemu za siri. And they were men.
What?
One will be taking video of us, asking us, what do you do in China? What were you doing inside the building? Another one asked us, the two will be doing you the torture. Another one is taking video of you. One guy is asking you questions. That makes them 4. 2 in white kanzu, 2 in SWAT clothings. Sawa. It was so bad. It was very bad. In my prison, we were 30 people. They did that to all of us. You can imagine umekaa kwa room hivi, you hear your friend screaming and you don't know what is awaiting for you. Ujui uko ndani unaenda kufanywa nini, but unasikia akitoka ana scream. And then when you come out, they will tell you, don't talk anything. If you ever talk this, we will come back for you and bring you inside here. Okay? So they did that to all of us. And that is what they did to everybody that they arrested from our building, Concord 6. From the boys to us ladies, though we were in different prisons. Yeah, tulikuwa prison tofauti. But when we came back, we talked to each other. We told, kila mtu alikuwa anatoa story yake of what happened. The next day they came again. This day they came with sticks. Tulikuwa tunachapwa.
The next day?
Yes, 2 days, 2 straight days. Tulikuwa tunachapwa. Unachapwa mpaka unajiuliza, what what did I commit that was so wrong, evil? Nimeua. Wanatuchapa, wanakuuliza the same things they asked you yesterday is what they will ask you today. So wakatumalizia. On the third day tukakuja tukapigwa handcuffs kwa mikono na miguu, tukapelekwa in another building still in the same facility where we met ladies. I don't know, maybe they walikuwa lawyer ama I don't know, they were CIDs, I don't know. So ukifika kwa room, how ladies, they were so nice. Wanatuliza what happened, you tell them what happened, and then tukafungwa bado tukarudishwa kwa cells. Inside the prison tulika.
So that's the third day now.
Yeah. Nilikaa 17 days. Inside the prison, the nurse, people, they started taking us home. Immediately, people started getting sick. When we started falling sick, that is when they knew they have to set. Yeah, ukiwa mgonjwa ndio wanajua huyu labda anaweza kufa hapa, wacha tumrudishe kwao.
No, ukisema kwao, you mean now going back to Kenya?
Yeah, we should go back home. Yeah. So there's
like now, for example, like they say, you have to go back to Kenya. Someone else, like if it's Thailand, if it's I don't know, whatever, whichever country they take them.
Yeah. Once you get sick.
Yeah.
So tulivyoanza kuwa wagonjwa, nasa akikuja anakupea Panadol. They locked us inside and we did not have the right to make calls. Hizo 17 days si kuongea na mamangu. The only last call I made was, "Mom, I'm coming home very soon." And they took my phone while I was still in the building, Concord. These 17 days niko ndani, it's my right kuongea na family niwaambie I am in police station and kuko hivi na hivi. They did not give us that equal right like all other prisons.
Yeah.
There was a lady akona mtoto, she's Uganda, her name is Mercy. From the day of this, at the scene, msichana alilia kawambia, "I have a child, please, I want my child here." Walikuwa wanamwambia, "Go away, go, yala Ruhi." I don't know, they say Ruhi, you are smelling or something, go. Akila mtu akiapproach, wanamfukuza. Huyo msichana, as we are speaking, she's still in prison. The baby got missing.
Jesus.
The nanny went to report that the baby is missing. When the nanny got to the police station, walimuuliza visa, nani hakuwa na visa. They arrested the nanny instead of going to help the nanny get the baby. So they took Mercy to the house. When they got to the house, mtoto hayuko, nani hayuko. Akauliza security akasema mtoto nani ameshikwa. That alienda kuripoti mtoto amepotea na nani ameshikwa. So literally the girl is there in prison, crying every day, not eating. She wants her baby. The government cannot produce her baby. The baby got lost inside a park. Na kwa park kuna CCTV mingi sana. You know Dubai. Mtoto haezi potea, si ati bobu utaangusha. So the lady is there, analia kila siku. Nobody knows kama what will happen. How she will get her baby, we don't know. Familia yake imejaribu kucontact jail, hakuna means za kuongea na wao. So hatujui hatima yake, maybe yuko alijinyonga, because when I was leaving the prison, she was so desperate. Many times she tried to commit suicide. Sisi ndio tulikuwa tunamshikilia.
Jesus.
So I don't know. Nelson, I don't know how you will help her. I don't know. Because at this point, all of us are scared.
Are you back home or you're still in Dubai?
I'm back home. We were deported, all of us, 880 people that were in the list. Only her is still there.
No.
Because she said she will not leave that country unless they give her her son.
Oh, gosh.
So we don't know how she will get the baby.
I'm listening to all this. And I'm actually thankful because since the day that I documented the Tony story, the Tony Kenodia story, literally we haven't slept. So the Tony Kenodia story is a very personal story to me. And it's also good for the family to understand, for them to have an idea of what exactly happened on that night when these places were being raided. Now, Susie, which main question were they asking you while you were in the torture room?
Okay, while we were in the torture room, they were asking you first, what is your name? What do you do inside the company? And how do you people scam? Once ukiwambia kwa mfano, like you say, I'm Susan, you say what you do in the company. Kama mimi nilikuwa developer, useme I'm a developer. They don't understand what a developer is. So they watakupiga uambie how you do your work. So ukiwaelezea kazi yako, the guy will keep saying, no, you're lying. The more he's saying you're lying, the more these guys are torturing you, the more wanakupiga, wanakuweka hizo matiza. Hizo tiza ama hizo binduki zao za electronic. Wanakudunga hizo vitu, hizo matiza wanakudunga everywhere in your body until when he feels that ako satisfied na chenye ametaka kusikia kutoka kwako. For the boys I spoke to them.
Are you saying they were doing this to you while you are naked?
No, you are dressed.
Okay.
They did not undress us.
Okay.
But huyo mtu anaangalia kabisa, akisikia uli vizuri, anachukua na anakuwekea hapo kwa nipple ama hapa mbele kwa sehemu yako ya siri, ndo anafinya hiyo teasers huko. Since I came back home, I've just been under medication. I will not lie. I am home saizi from, was it on the 17th? 13th maybe. Mpaka leo sijai kanyaga nje. All my body is paining me. Kwa ribs kwenye tukua tunapigwa mateke. It was not easy. I swear. Mtu anakupiga teke na kiatu iko na chuma mbele. And the men ndio walisafa sana. Men wanasema walipofika walikuwa wanafungwa kamba, alafu sasa ndio wanapigwa wakiulizwa maswali. You can imagine sasa kama sisi mademu we were treated like that. Boys walipata treatment gani? Yeah. Sinaona kulikuwa kubaya.
So even actually from your explanation it makes sense because Mighty Tony tunaambiwa alichapwa vibaya sana, and again the body was found today. So vile unaelezea, I'm adding one and one together. You see I'm coming from?
Yeah. That is what happened. Ni kupigwa tulipigwa. Nelson
And I can tell you have what we call because of what you went through, I can tell that you have post trauma.
Yeah. It was not easy, trust me. Nelson, it was so bad. Mungu atatusaidia.
What do you tell Kenyans who maybe are looking forward to come to Dubai to do the same thing that you are doing?
Mama, Jesus. Nobody should try that. Ay, Mungu wangu, mtu asijaribu. Because vile tu mtu asijaribu, mama, na waomba na jina ya Mungu, mtu asijaribu. Ukisikia mnaenda Chinese work in Dubai, eti mtu anakuambia IT, but saizi sidhani kama ziko. Though I hear kuna other companies ziko chini.
It's the same thing that happened to Tony akitoka Kenya, alidanganywa akaambiwa na huyo mwanamke ati anapelekwa kazi ya IT. Because he's an IT graduate.
See, unaona hapa kulikuwa na so many Kenyans walikuwa wanakuja. Mtu anakuambia amelipa 250k kukuja hiyo kazi.
Just like Tony.
Nitauliza mtu, uko serious? Agent mgani ulilipa hizo pesa? Watu wengi sana waliletwa huko na maagents.
Yeah, mashagala bagala dunia takataka gasia.
But naweza advise mtu yoyote ako hapa ama kona relative yake ana plan kwenda Dubai kwa hiyo Chinese work, ama unadanganywa ni hawatakwambia ni Chinese, watakwambia IT work. Don't try.
They call it ID. They either tell you it's IT work or they tell you it's data entry.
Data entry. Mtu
That's what they call it.
Mtu asijaribu kabisa. Cause ukifika huko Mchina yes atakwambia nimelipa everything, my company is registered and all that. But mukishikwa chenye kitafata siku rahisi.
I'm actually thinking, huyu agent, hii kesi ya Tony, it's a personal case to me. Na juu nimekuwa nikilina fake shagala bagala hapa. What we are going to do is tutatoa hizi vitu kwa social media sasa, kwa sababu social media haina impact. And God help me, I'm gonna sleep and I'm gonna come up with an idea. I'm thinking of coming up with a hashtag called Salimia Shagala Bagala. And tunafikishia salamu kwa ofisi.
Yeah.
Tony's death should not just be the end of it.
But Nelson, I'm sure it's not only Tony alone that passed on that time.
Okay,
There's
that's
so
a part.
many people
That's
out
a part.
there.
That's a part I want to talk about. So let me tell you what I know. I know that during that raid, we have confirmations that a lot of people died on that night.
Yeah. Because when I came back home, there was a lady, kuna msichana Mkenya pia. She was dead. But the problem with most of us, wakati hii incident ilikuwa inatokea, some of us did not call at home. So families, they think their children are still in Dubai. People should look after their kids. Kuna wasichana 5 as we are speaking, walibebwa in prison that night. Wakaambiwa wenye walikuwa na wao wakaambiwa wanadipotiwa. But till today, none of those 5 ladies, Kenyan ladies, have ever spoken to their families. And they are not yet here in Kenya. Nobody knows where they were taken that night. We have been looking for them everywhere. We tried to communicate to all of our friends in Dubai. Nobody has seen them. 5 Kenyan ladies are missing from our lot.
From the lot that was working in that building.
Concord 6. The building name is Concord 6, Ras Al Khaimah. Polisi walikuja usiku wakaambia wenzao hawa wanaenda home. Wakabebwa 5 Kenyan ladies. I spoke to their parents, I spoke to their sisters. Nobody communicate. So atujui penye walibebwa wakapelekwa. In my building, there's a guy aliruka from 3rd floor. And when he got down, I was seeing it. It's just because they took my phone. I was recording it. Alipofika chini, kichwa ilikuwa imepasuka, and the SWAT guy alikuwa anamkanyaga on that head. Unaweza imagine? Umeanguka, una bleed, you are helpless, you can't even run, and still this person has guts ya kukuwekea mguu kwa kichwa and doing the handcuffs for you. That guy alikaa hapo like 5 hours before wamchukue na ambulance. He was bleeding more than 5 hours. Who knows what happened to him? We don't know. There are people, kama mtu yoyote ako hapa na uko na mtu wako Dubai and umekaa like 10 to 12 days hujaongea na wao, please check up on them. I'm not only speaking to Kenyans, kuko na nationalities mingi sana zilishikwa. Watu watafute watu wao. Because Dubai conditions ndio zilifanya tukaingia Mchina. So, na ni wengi tulishikwa. In fact, hiyo Grand Mall Grand Mall ilikuwa na watu wengi sana. So ni hayo tu kwa leo Nelson, and thank you kwa kupata bodi ya Kinuthia. Tunashukuru. At least saizi when I sleep, I will sleep in peace. He was a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah. That is the one thing that I also said.
May his soul rest
at
in
least
peace.
gone just like that, man. Susie,
Yeah.
my number iko pale kwa bio. You can WhatsApp me anytime, okay?
Okay.
And then talk to your group. Then tomorrow, because I'm gonna have Tony's family here, then we can all address that, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Good night, sis. We love you.